I do have a long affinity with boats in Brisbane. It started when I was at school and I did some dinghy sailing. In university I was lucky enough to have a very good friend whose family had a boat, and we spent many hours and days and miles sailing on Moreton Bay, plus up and down the Australian coast. So at the same time as working or living or enjoying boats, then I did a lot of work on sites where we were extending Queensland homes and so forth. So I think the idea of being able to sort of have test beds of projects when I was a younger architect, I was able to use those lessons both, if you like, in parallel and take the lessons that I was gaining from actually being in the landscape about how the interior engages with the outside, engages with the landscape, just as though one was on the water. What we have done is taken the idea of a very luxurious sort of living compartment and extended that out of the maritime history, and that comes out in the way that the side walls of the building, the side gables and the curvilinear ends of the building, some of the timber detailing, the finesse of the interior have an association with superb ships. Then what better place to actually demonstrate the sort of the craft of construction than here in the Boatyards, the place where Norman R. Wrights has done so much quality work. One of the things about life-enhancing charm of a building is that there's no one thing that actually makes the scheme, makes any interior, makes any experience. The very best experiences and the very best places are a composition of many parts. And if you get that right, in fact, buildings can actually provide charm and not be mono, but actually over the life of the building actually provide a lot of things that really do enhance one's life, genuinely enhance one's life.
We established our real estate agency in the Bulimba area some 25 years ago, and over that period of time there's always been the notion that a north-facing high-end apartment development would be offered to the market, but until now it's never been a reality. But the perfect combinations appeared here. The location itself is outstanding. You are directly on the Brisbane riverfront. You have the opportunity to have your own marina berth, and with your boat you have access to the Great Brisbane River and also Moreton Bay and beyond. You're a very short stroll to the ferry stop, which gives you access across the river to Portside and indeed up and down the river to all that's on offer through the CityCat network. You're also adjacent to the Bulimba Barracks redevelopment precinct, which will have a large offering of both lifestyle, retail and parkland as well. You're only moments from the iconic Oxford Street, which is truly one of Brisbane's premier high streets. The Bulimba luxury housing market has experienced the most activity out of any suburb across Brisbane in the last 12 months. And the apartment market itself across Brisbane has had strong growth over the last 10 years. Understandably, demand for the Boatyard will be very high, and there are only 27 apartments available, 16 of which are on the river. Only a lucky few will be able to call Bulimba Boatyard home.